Hi, and welcome to Spirit on Tap podcast. My name is Anna, and I am the DM for this Eastern Asian inspired campaign. I would like to introduce my players, ERIK.
Hello, I'm ERIK. I play Bora the Foreigner, the White Tiger Leonin fighter, and all-around messy boy.
Yeah, or himbo. We also have Helen.
Hello, I'm Helen. I play Atonement from Sin, the Tiefling Grave Domain Cleric.
We have Ginny.
I'm Ginny, and I play Ka, the Water Ganassi Circle of Stars Druid.
And we have a fourth player, NAMI, who is our guest for a few sessions.
Hello, I am Nami, and I play Vera, the Tiefling Armorer Artificer.
I guess we're digging through this box.
I mean, is it in the box?
So as you dig through the box, you find a number of wrapped up packages. They seem to be boxes that are wrapped very, very nicely in sort of very fine sort of rice paper. And they have like little stamps on them as well, just sealing them closed.
Oh, we're about to commit mail fraud right now.
Yeah, this is not good. Do we know if what we're looking for is magical? Did we find that out?
You just know that it's a vial of white liquid.
Well, I'm gonna cast it anyway because fuck it. What's the worst that can happen? Tome Frozen is gonna cast. Oh god, my spells have just vanished.
Detect magic.
Detect magic, yes. But I'm trying
What's the radius for detect magic?
That is a very good question. It's 30 feet.
Good thing you're not using detect good and evil, because you would detect evil and Bora would just be standing right there. It's yeah.
You do feel a slight ping from one of Bora's pouches. You feel the pings on you with some of the bits that you have on. You also feel the animal trough is pinging like mad. You just the animal trough is magical. Like the one that's got all the water in it.
Is it a decanter of endless water?
Okay. She'll make a very big point of saying that to Bora, and she'll be like, well, that is not what I thought was going to happen. But the trough has magic in it. I don't know if that's relevant, but I was hoping the whatever vial we're looking for is magic, but clearly not. And now I just have more questions. So,
do you think it's just normal drugs?
I don't know. You're the one who knows Chul better than me.
Do you want to just do a very, very quick Arcana check for the water trough?
Me?
Yeah.
Sure. Arcana, okay. No.
What'd you get?
I got a 4.
No.
You know, with your background, I'll use the spell on it is a conjuration spell. Some sort of conjuration spell.
Oh, it doesn't really limit it a huge amount.
Yeah, I know. But with a 4, I'll give you that.
That's fair enough.
Along with detect magic.
Yeah.
Imagine if someone polymorphed themselves into a water trough.
Of all the things you could polymorph into.
I mean,
there's been weirder, I think.
I'm guessing it's just water that's just been made. I've got no idea, but I don't know.
Do you want to roll a quick intelligence check?
Sure. I don't think I'm that smart. How smart am I?
You never know. The dice might bestow wisdom upon you.
Okay.
Intelligence.
I lied. I'm very smart. That was a 21.
Yeah, so with all this information with the conjuration, This water trough is probably spelled to always be filled with water
Oh.
for the animals.
Okay, well, I don't think it's relevant to whatever we're looking for, so... if what we're looking for is magical, then it's not here. If it's not magical, then it may be in one of these pouches. How do we go about searching these things without really obviously damaging them?
Are they like boxes, or are they simply wrapped in paper?
Please, can you roll me either a nature check or a history check, or whatever you think would be most suitable to identify some sort of food thing?
God, these are... I can't just... Can I use survival?
Yes, you may. I'll allow it.
It's an 11.
You, with that, you recognize just by like holding and just like feeling this, or you can roll if investigation helps you. You can have investigation as well. This is the kind of box and the kind of wrapping that cakes would normally go into.
So we scared off a person for a box filled with cakes from Chulin. Chulin cakes, if you would. On the inside of this box, is there a shipping manifest?
Investigation.
For fuck's sake.
An 11.
No.
Okay.
While you guys figure this out,
Why
Why
did we even come to this warehouse? What was the point? Like, why don't we just wait for the
switch? We will switch.
No. Before we switch, for the sake of it, Bora's gonna take one of the smaller boxes and then seal the crate.
Wait, no, if you're having a cake, I'm taking a cake.
We could share the cake.
What if it's really nice cake?
Well, I mean, fine.
She's just gonna take one as well. She doesn't give a shit. She will just take one.
As you're doing this, just out of the corner of your eye, Determined, you see a Minotaur guard walking out of the, out of the warehouse, moving towards the ship, and then out of your view. Now, this Minotaur guard wanders over to Vera.
Good thing that's something that we don't have to deal with, am I right?
And
Yeah.
they are accompanied by a beautiful, like, very slick, smooth-looking Aarakocra with feathers that, in my head, I see almost like, the feathers are smooth like a duck kind of a thing. And they are sort of black, they've like mostly black feathers with a few patches of white. I'm kind of almost like magpie-like. And they come over to you, Vera, and looks at you, kind of gives you a respectful bow. It's like, hello, my name is Captain Yoon. How may I help?
Ah, finally, some decent help. And so at this, Vera's gonna sort of start rambling. Also, Helen, I agree. Duck! But so Vera's gonna start like holding out the scrolls and rambling. And the essence of the ramble is, why am I doing a simple messenger's job? How dare my parents treat me like a servant? They're just mad I went to college and they didn't get to go to college. And I went to college because I'm a genius and they're not a genius. And how dare they do this to me? And I need to send these scrolls to like a farming library? Where is the library about farms? Who cares about farms? I just like libraries. Do you like libraries? Can you take my scrolls for me?
The captain, what's your passive perception?
That is, what is that? That is, wisdom plus 10,
Perception
right?
plus 10.
Oh, perception plus 10. What is my perception? Yep, so that is an 11.
Yeah, okay, so you don't see the look that the captain gives to the Minotaur guard. But when you're done, Captain Yoon, kind of, again, sort of like nods deeply to you, like, With all due respect, my lady, I believe this is probably better handled by one of the couriers in the port. One of the, if you speak to the merchant hall in the port district, they would be able to arrange a courier on behalf of the libraries. Or maybe even if you speak to the Royal Archives, they may also arrange a courier. Scrolls like this that go to the larger libraries usually need to be transported under certain circumstances and with those that the libraries trust. I'm afraid that I am not qualified to carry this kind of cargo.
Why aren't you qualified? Your feathers are so shiny. If my feathers were that shiny, I would be qualified for everything.
I am merely a captain who transports agricultural cargo. As you can see, I do not specialize in antiquities and knowledge.
I can't believe I wasted my whole morning. And at this, Vera's just gonna like grumpily stuff the scrolls into her satchel.
Yeah.
And then she's going to look at the captain and be like, do you have anything cool on your boat that I can buy? Such a useless morning.
Well, we have these full moon cakes from Chul if you are interested. They are supposed to be going up to the Royal Palace. However, I'm sure for a certain fee I could release some to you.
How much are they?
I will say 2 gold per box.
How many in a box?
3 cakes.
4 boxes, please.
Very well. Come with me. And the captain leads you towards where you can see Bora and Atonement kind of bickering with each other. I will say that you've closed the box, but they are sort of just like bickering with each other at the moment. And Atonement, you see them coming towards you. You see Vera with this sort of like magpie-looking Aarakocra coming your way.
You will just put the piece of cake behind her back. She just
roll,
and it'll just go, wait! But as soon as I kind of clock them, I'm going to scream, wait, and I'm going to, like, dramatically trip.
Okay, let me just roll a dexterity saving.
How does that help?
So the captain kind of reaches out to try and get you, but misses, and
Nice.
you fall onto the wet ground. Oh, you know
Love it.
what? Just because this will be freaking hilarious on my side, can you just roll a luck check, please?
I'm just imagining clink, 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 clink,
Sorry?
clink. Clink, 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 clink.
So you trip and you kind of fall and you see like an animal has done something, but you just manage to twist out of the way to land next to a certain lump of animal excrement.
Oh my
With-
god.
If,
And I'm
if
going
she
to
if she
start,
had rolled
like-
in that 20, would she have like started falling and then like sprinted out of it? Like,
Yeah, she could have saved herself. She rolled like less than a 10, she would have fallen in it.
So, I'm going to start fake hyperventilating, and I'll just be like, I'm covered in mud. I need a change of clothes. I think alone like this. I need a change of clothes. And I'm gonna sort of like grab onto the capture and be like, do you have a change of clothes? Please help me. I am filthy.
Roll a persuasion check.
Guys, I'm doing my
This is
best.
possibly one of the weirdest recon missions I've ever DM'd.
for the out of character,
persuasion?
the only time
Persuasion.
I've been in this much chaos with you before, Anna, was literally a fishing trip in which we almost all drowned. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
Thank you. So that was a 13.
So as you cling to the captain, he puts his hands behind his back and just closes his eyes and sighs. Very well. Come with me, please. And he leads you towards the ship.
As I like snivel and follow him onto the boat, I'm gonna make shooing motions towards those two. Alternatively, they're also going to be follow me motions. You can interpret them as you will. It's either exit the cakes or come to boat.
I almost just kind of want to stand there, just like.
Do you guys want to just roll an insight check for me? We'll let the dice decide what you guys choose to do.
Sure.
If you roll under a 10, it's follow me. If you roll over a 10, it's go away. If you roll a natural 1, you have no fucking clue.
An insight check. I got 16.
I got a 9.
Oh.
Okay, so atonement. Like, Bora, you're like still a bit like, I'm not sure if this means go away or like you're still trying to figure it out. Atonement, you very much like you kind of figure out from Vera also mouthing at you like, go away.
So like Bora's just like standing there with like his hand with the little package of cake, just like being pushed by atonement.
Yeah.
Or like not necessarily being pushed, but like walking away. Maybe like you've just grabbed his arm and you're just like,
literally. I was
behind you.
like she walks away and realizes he's just not doing anything. Just like go and like grab his arm and just pull him in the general direction.
At the same time, he's just like this massive Leonin, and it's like you have to tug him a couple times before he actually starts giving. Oh, okay.
Oh my god, I'm loving this like little like bro thing going on between just like and so back to Vera as these two walk away. You are being led onto the ship and you're going towards the captain's quarters where a certain dark blue rat is hanging out. So inside the captain's quarters car, you can hear the footsteps coming towards you. And you hear a slight jingling of keys and a rattle as you hear a key being inserted into the lock of the door for the captain's quarters.
I get the heck off the desk.
Yeah, easy enough. If you,
and I would like to try to find like a little corner. Shadow.
Roll a stealth at advantage, please. Because you are tiny, it's a dark room, and you are a dark color.
I am not.
I think it's just a straight...
so 17.
Yeah, so with 17, easy enough. You, like, jump off with, like, maybe a little squeak if you, like, go onto the floor. You land nicely, and you, like, duck in, like, between, like, the bookshelf and the bed kind of thing.
Perfect.
And as you are hiding there, you see the door opening, and you see, like, this, like, magpie, Aarakocra captain, backlit really wonderfully and very dramatically. And he walks in, and behind you see Vera like, I need a change of clothes, like all this. And he just...
You hear a slight, a squeak of, a very light squeak of mirth emerge. Very, very tiny.
And the captain has got a ring of keys in his hand. And you see him put it away into one of his pouches. And then the captain goes to, like, the wardrobe and pulls out a few nice robes and gives them to Vera. There is a space in the warehouse where you can change.
No.
Come.
That is absolutely not going to happen. And she starts stripping right there.
And he turns around and looks out of the window.
Thank you. How much are these robes going to cost me? I will obviously have you compensated.
What is your family name?
Gold.
I will arrange it.
Perfect. Thank you. Why did I become British?
Because you're listening to me.
It's
me out of
it's
character.
the trap.
I
It's the trap we
burst
fall into with two UK players here.
So yeah, Ka, you just see this very exasperated looking captain just giving the biggest sigh as they change. And then when you have finished changing, Vera.
No, wait. Isn't it all conceivable for me to sleight of hand his keys? Like, is that... Would that
Roll sleight of hand.
No. I don't want to try. I want to know if it would even be reasonable. So, like, since she's so smart, she's going to
I
sort
would
of
say
be like
it is possible if you roll well.
Okay.
I'm going to say though that it's gonna have to be quite a high DC in this situation.
Yeah, we're not gonna do it. I have a -1 to dex.
So it's totally possible, but you know, you're deaf. Once you're done,
Some of you may die, but that's a price I'm willing to pay.
the captain turns around like, I will escort you back to the city now. Please come with me.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You know, the service on this dock has been really terrible up until now.
Well, they are not.
And then she's going to go on she's going to cut him off whenever he tries to speak and just go on to like a Karen ramble about how she would have called management, but then management was also shitty, but then she found him, and isn't he technically management? So I guess management isn't that bad.
Okay, in which case, while you're talking, he leads you out, and Carl, the door locks behind them, and then you hear them walking away. And now it's just the regular sounds of like the dock hands and the sounds of like things shifting below deck, and you are alone once again in the room, which is quite a nice little like circle here of like wrapping everything up with you all. Carl, what would you like to do?
Let's see. There's nobody else in the room, correct?
Yeah, it's just you.
Okay. Is there enough space for me to hide in the wardrobe?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Like,
I'm
as
gonna go
Car
into the
or as a
wardrobe.
rat?
As Ka.
Oh, as Car. Yes. There would be enough space for you to hide as Car in the wardrobe.
Okay. I'm gonna go into the wardrobe. And then I'm going to change back into Ka.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stay hiding in there, and I'm going to ritual cast Detect Magic.
Okay, yeah, sure. So as you ritual cast, you do your spell, and you sit and you wait. Blah, blah, blah. Come on, sorry, waiting for my thingy to activate. So as you, like, the magic is starting to come to you, you do feel a few pings of magic. You feel one within the wardrobe. You feel some pings of magic within the desk, although from where you know it's not within the hidden shelf of the desk, but it's just in one of the general drawers of the desk. And you also feel it a very, very faint ping just behind the wall irregularity.
Alright. Well, since I'm in the wardrobe, what sort of magical... Well, and I would also know the school of magic.
I don't know off the top of my head the schools of magic for all of these.
Okay.
However, I kind of imagine you sort of like kind of eyes closed and sort of, and just like a hand kind of reaching out to roughly where you feel this magic inside the wardrobe. And your hand goes around a bag strap.
Ooh.
And as you pull down this bag strap, you have a pouch-like bag that can be slung over your shoulder. You have in your hands a version of the handy haversack. And it is a leather bag. I'm changing it slightly from the designers in the DM guide, but it is very much like a satchel bag or a pouch-like bag that you can put over your shoulder and can easily be mistaken for sort of like a bag that a farmer or someone might have to just hold a few bits of belongings in.
Excellent. I would like to look inside it.
Yeah, so just roll a real quick Arcana or Intelligence check for me, just to know how to access everything that's inside.
That is a natural 20 for 22.
Yeah, so you know that you need to turn this bag inside out and like flip it in, like just to find out what is inside. So
Okay.
as you tip everything out, you get a small ornate black wood box with shiny bronze fastenings on it, and it's fairly heavy. So, and it kind of has a small latch to it, but it's not a locked latch. So if you were to open it and to peek inside,
I will. Well,
do you want to peek inside?
yes.
So if peek inside, you also, if you wanted to keep this, have 210 silver pieces. As long with this, there are a few, like, they're basically more like knick-knack things. You can see there's like a small carving that looks almost like the image of Yuana, the god of life and nature sort of thing, the one that you made your deal with. You also find like a few like handkerchiefs, a pair of very nice supple leather gloves that are brown, and you also like kind of, it's almost like scraps of just bits and pieces, like you know how when you get receipts you just throw them into your bag and then the receipts live in your bag for like 10 years. Yeah, it's just kind of like just bits and pieces similar to that.
Okay.
But it's the bag itself that is magical.
All right. Fantastic. I'm going to... I don't hear anyone coming, right?
No, it's just been the regular noises. If you want to do a more in-depth kind of thing, but even with your perception, it's just the regular noises of like the dock hands walking backwards and forwards and dragging things up onto deck. But it doesn't sound like anyone is coming towards the captains.
Okay. I'm going to carefully place the small ornate box on the floor of the wardrobe along with the knickknacks and the leather gloves. I'm going to keep the receipts.
Okay.
And then you said that there was a magic ping in one of the drawers that's not locked?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Well,
I'm
you
going
didn't see
to-
a lock on it before.
Okay. Does it look like it's something inside the drawer, or does it look like it's the drawer itself?
It kind of feels like it's inside the drawer, not the drawer itself.
Okay. I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna try the handle.
Yeah, it opens up easily enough. And the things that are pinging, you see that again, they are two beautiful boxes. They have like this beautiful silver and colorful like enamel designs. One of them has got a depiction of the sea and the ocean. The other one has a depiction of a volcano on it. And they're like black wood with like this enamel patterning on it. And both of these are kind of, again, they also have like small latches that you will need to unlatch. But these are the one, it kind of feels like whatever's pinging is inside these boxes.
I'm going to open one of them.
Okay, which one? The volcano one or the ocean one?
The ocean one.
So you open the ocean one, and you see a dust inside it. And it looks like there's probably a handful of dust, or one might say 7 pinches of dust. You will have to do a bit of investigating. Like, I think you would need, like, identify or something. Really to... You know what, fuck it, I'll just tell you. On the inside of the lid, you know what? I will On the inside of the lid, you see written in common characters, "Dust of dryness," on the inside of the ocean box.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to that. And I'm also gonna take the earth one, but I'm not gonna open it yet. Alright. Before I try to get the hidden thing, I would like to go over to the discolored patch of wall and see if there's something that I can discern that I couldn't as a rat.
Roll
Although as a rat, I did note I do get sniffy advantage on perception checks.
The way that I saw it with the rat was that you were just too low to really identify too much of it.
Okay.
But now that you're at a higher vantage point, roll an investigation check for me, please.
That is a 15.
So with 15, you kind of, how do you want to investigate this?
I feel like I would start with just like my eyes, just look around.
Yeah.
Try to make sure that like something is hidden in here. It might be trapped. It might be like, so start there. And if I feel like that, like it's safe enough to touch, I might try like pushing on some of the boards.
So you notice it's very, very fine. Like it kind of, you almost miss it. But the boards are very, very well fitted together. But you do notice an unusual shadow, which could be a seam line where there shouldn't be one. And you almost miss it. And so you see where there might be, there's like this kind of strange linear shadow, and it leads into the next plank, which actually is a seam line in the planks. And then if you want to push it very gently, that whole panel seems to be slightly loose. Like you can shake it backwards and forth, but it's not coming loose.
I would like to... Can I feel like if there's a catch point, or I can just like push on a little bit harder?
I'm going to ask for an investigation at advantage.
That's going to be 17.
Yeah, so you can push it backwards, and it's just kind of, you hear a noise, and it seems to push back maybe like, I'm going to say 0.5 centimeter. And you can see there is some sort of device in there that's keeping it shut. So you can, if you want to give it a go, roll a sleight of hand to see if you can like almost like unpick this trap kind of thing. It's not like a trap, but it's that kind of similar sort of thing. Like there's a hidden latch or hidden lock, but it's going to need something, skills along the lines of lock picking or trap disarming to unlatch it.
Okay. I don't have that, but I'm gonna try.
Go for it. So roll sleight of hand for me, please.
8.
You can't figure it out. Like, you kind of get a few, like, implements. Like, you don't have a lock picking kit. Like, I know you can use, like, a pen nib or maybe a pin or whatever, like, you've got on you. But you just can't.
Not a lot.
You just can't figure it out with what you've got.
So I don't want to break it. Are there any like seams or like any? So like there's the thinner thing which goes around to a larger thing. Or
So
to
it's
a
almost
larger
like
crack.
it's hinged at the top, kind of thing. So along the top, you can see like the boards haven't really moved away, but there's a slight gap from where there might be a slight hinge, and the board, like where you've pushed it, is like you've pushed that in about 0.5 centimeter. You can see this tiny little like latch mechanism. So it's almost like a hatch that you push that's on a hinge.
Okay. I don't really want to push it all the way through yet. But I do kind of, but I also really want to. I'm gonna cast guidance on myself and try again.
All right.
Can I do that?
Yes, I'll allow it.
Just bing, just like a little sparkle right on my nose. That's going to be a 13.
No, you don't quite manage it, I'm afraid.
Not very good at this.
You just cannot do it with the equipment that you've got right now.
Mm-hmm. All right, so then I'm gonna go back to the desk and just like quickly look around, see if there's anything that might help with that.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I just need to. I just really quickly want to check some of your cantrips and spells. What cantrips do you have?
I have Guidance, Gust, Magic Stone, Shape Water, and Shillelagh.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't think like can. Yeah, so do an investigation for the desk, or just to find some sort of like something.
19.
19. You know what? For a 19, I'll say that you do find a lock picking kit in one of the
Yes.
one of the drawers. I'll allow it.
Okay. Yes. Makes sense. Lockpicking kid. Okay. All right, time to lockpick all the things.
I mean, you're still
I'll
not
start with
proficient
the,
in lock picking, but you never know.
It's true. It's true. I mean, it's worth a try. Everything's worth a try. I'm keeping an ear out. I know that I know that Vera is being escorted, so I'm like, I feel like I have a little bit of time.
Okay, so roll another sleight of hand for me, please.
That was not in the box. That's a 4.
Yeah, so you use your new lockpicking kit, but you don't know shit about what each of these different bits do. So you put one of them into, like, you think you might, like, it's got a bit of a hook on it, maybe it will unlatch, and you hit, and you pull it out and the end's broken.
Well, okay. I just that's fair. Is there, like...
This hatch is just, like, defeating you.
How big... Like, does the hatch look like it's connected to, like, a larger thing? And how big is the gap?
The gap is half a
Is
centimeter.
it, like, spider size?
The gap is, like, half a centimeter. So if you have a small enough spider, you can fit in.
Okay. Not gonna do the spider yet. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do the spider. I'm gonna spider.
Okay, so you turn into a spider. I'm
Yep.
assuming you're crawling into this space.
Yes.
So you go into this space, and it does seem to be a hidden compartment. And you see there's a few bits and pieces. You can see there's a few scrolls, a few books, and there is also a package wrapped in there's a package wrapped in silk that is inside a box that's got no lid.
I would like to crawl inside the box with no lid, see if there's any
I'm gonna say just
gaps in the silk that I can crawl through.
I'll just roll a strength check for me, please, as a spider.
That's like what, a -4?
Probably. Yeah, -4 strength, spider.
Cool. 13.
So with 13, there are quite a few gaps. So every so often, you do need to push some of the fabric away. And as
Little
you
legs.
kind of squeeze through this silk, fortunately it's silk, so it's nice and smooth to slip through. You kind of end up hitting something glass inside. And as you are glancing down at it, it does glow very slightly, and it looks like liquid pearl.
I found the thing. How big is this compartment?
So I'm gonna say it's about, think of like your stereotypical kind of think of it like a shoebox size, but on its side, like the longest edge downwards, like a shoebox size.
Okay, and from the inside, can I see the mechanism?
You can, yes.
Okay. Is there any way? I'm guessing there's no way, like as a spider, that I can alter it, but
Not at a spider that's this big. Because you had to be a really, really small spider to get into this cap.
But if I had to become a Dragonborn again, and would I get advantage on that check? Now that I've seen the inside of the mechanism and know how it works.
I will allow it. But then you've got to escape. This is a really long session. I'll allow it, but you will need to escape because I think you've run out of wild shapes now.
I have.
Sorry, I've just seen like
I can't do
some of
any
these comments.
I can't do any spells.
I love it. You were just supposed to just like scout this place out, and Car has somehow found what you're looking for, but is kind of just a little bit stuck on what to do. Like you could just leave it and come back later, or you can like wild shape back into Car and then somehow get out.
I would like to make a quick guess as to how long it might be before the captain comes back and like.
Well, he said that he was going to escort Vera back to town, but you don't know if that he is going to escort Vera back to town or if he's going to get someone else to escort Vera back to town. But if he's actually going to escort Vera back to town, probably going to take a couple hours.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to leave it there, and as I spider, albeit with all of my goods because like they formed into my spider body, right? Mm-hmm. I'm just going to crawl out and up and away.
Okay.
And off of the ship.
I'm going to leave the session there. with that interesting bit of recon. Don't forget to follow Spirit on Tap on social media. Don't forget to tag us or message us to let us know what you think. And if we have by accidentally used a Japanese honorific wrong, please let me know. But I think I did it right. We are Spirit on Tap D&D on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. We also have a website, spiritontapdnd.com. You may follow me on Twitter at AnnaS100. Eric, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Slippers Cosplay and on Twitch at Sleifner. And if you're as confused as to what happened in this episode as I am, welcome to the crew.
Helen, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at itsongbird and Instagram at songbirdcosplay.
And Nami, where can anyone find you if they would like to?
So you can find me as Nami Sparrow on pretty much everything, but the main things I use are Instagram and YouTube.
And Ginny, our wonderful spider druid, where can people find you?
I can be found spinning my webs on. Sorry.
I love it.
No, I'm not.
It's a web of lies.
On Twitch. You might call it the interweb.
Oh my god.
Okay, I promise I'm done. You can find me at Ms. Ginny Liz on Instagram and Twitter, and on Twitch as Ginny Liz.
We will tune in 2 weeks' time to find out whether they get this mysterious vial or not. Goodbye. Thank you for listening.
Oh god.
God help.
Greetings. This is Atonement from Sin, the party's grave domain cleric, also known as Helen, one of the players on Spirit on Tap. Our D&D campaign is inspired by Asian religions, cultures, and regions. Feel free to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Spirit on Tap D&D. Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you soon.